Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today we're actually going to be covering my top 10 fragrances for the fall of 2018 from the niche side. Now I've done one on the designer side, you guys can check out that video. This one is specifically done for the niche. Apologize that it's late, but I'm glad that it's here. I love the fall season. Fall is a season where it has grown on me. We love going hiking, we love the smells, we love the smells, we love the sights, the sounds, things of that nature. Fall is just a great time all around, and I love busting out the fall fragrances. So without any further ado, let's just go ahead and get started into the list. But quick one note, and that is, this is my list, nobody else's list. I'm not necessarily suggesting that these are the great fragrances to go out and buy for the fall. These are the fragrances that I wear for the fall. So just keep that in mind as you guys are perusing this video. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and get started. Number 10 on the list, Yvra 1958, or why Yvra 1958. Anyways, this fragrance is one that I turn to specifically when I want to go for work. It's very clean, it's very well put together, it's a very distinguished fragrance that comes off. And while it's not the spiciest fragrance, it's not necessarily a fragrance that truly exudes fall. For some reason or another, whenever I wear this in the fall, it just does fantastic. It just really fits the occasion. And specifically not when I'm dressed up too much or dressed down too much, but really kind of when I'm just in slacks and a nice dress shirt and, you know, walking around New York City. It just gives me that vibe. Absolutely love it. Yvra 1958. Number 9 on the list is from the house of Byredo. It's Pulp. Byredo's Pulp is an excellent fragrance. Now, I want you to think of fermented fruit, if you will. And I know that isn't the best sounding kind of imagery, but for some reason it really works for me. It's a great outdoor fragrance. It's a great fragrance to wear, you know, when you're walking around, you know, maybe taking a walk when it's starting to get a little bit cooler. It has staying power, it has projection, and man, it does absolutely fantastic. So number 9, Pulp. Number 8, from the house of Frappon, 1270. Now 1270, I want you to think of, the last fragrance I mentioned was Pulp. That is like a strong fermented one, whereas this one is more like dried fruits. Dried fruits is what you're getting with this scent, and it's just smooth, it's just well put together. A good designer comparison for this one is Dolce & Gabbana's The One. Think of this one like a more refined version of The One, if you will. I know that's just a rough comparison, but that's kind of what I'm getting from this one. Now, this one's extremely versatile. You can wear it to work, you can wear it in a lot of occasions where you're not gonna really, when you don't wanna really choke people out, if you will, or if you don't wanna really offend people, this is a great fragrance to wear. It's a little bit on the lighter side, but at the same time, you're gonna smell great. All right, Frappon. Number 7, from Imaginary Authors, Slow Explosions. Now, Slow Explosions is a fragrance that I truly just love. I remember they sent this one to me for free, and I remember coming across it thinking, okay, you know, what are we gonna get? Because Every Storm of Serenade was okay. And then I came across this one, and this one just absolutely blew my mind. The way that this fragrance utilizes the rose, it utilizes the saffron, the leather. I'm looking at actually the notes on the back of this one, but and apple as well, and like a slight vanilla smell as well too, is just absolutely fantastic on this one. This is one of my date night niche fragrances that I like to wear in the fall. It's a really delicious fragrance. My wife loves it on me as well too, and that's why it's on the list. All right. Now, next on the list is from the house of Parfums de Marly, Herod. Herod is an excellent tobacco leather type of a scent. It's a heavy scent. It's one that is going to do well specifically when you're out, you know, going, you know, drinking, you're at the bar, you're enjoying yourself with your friends, you're eating maybe. It's an excellent fragrance that's going to do all around. It's going to surround you with a nice little aura, and it's a great compliment getter. Absolutely fantastic for all of those scenarios, but oh man, just a fantastic fragrance. Herod, I really delayed on actually getting this one, which is a shame, but you know, now I do have it. Love it on the list. Herod. Number 5 on the list, from the house of Tom Ford, we're looking at Tuscan Leather. Tuscan Leather is a really animalistic leather type of scent. It's a really ballsy, it's a really in your face, it's a really, I don't really care what you think or what you're saying, I know I smell good type of a fragrance. This one is one that ironically I wear with my leather jacket. I'm not too creative here, but it does really well when I'm wearing that and I've got my jeans on and, you know, I'm just casually going out. That's where this one shines. Speaking of which, I'm do have to get another leather jacket. All right, whatever. Tuscan leather. Number 4 on the list is from the house of Le Labo. It is Poivre 23, Pepper 23. Now, this is pepper, it's vanilla, it is weirdly attractive. It's weirdly attractive. It's a fragrance that you put on and you keep catching whiffs of the scent, and you're like, man, that smells good. You know, it's probably the most mysterious scent of my list here, but it's one that I just can't seem to put down, and oh man, it does well. Poivre 23. Now the next fragrance is from the house of Amouage. We're looking at Jubilation. Jubilation. This is such a fragrance that I really regret not coming across sooner. This is refined dignity in a bottle. It is well put together. It's, you know, at the same time sensual. It's not screaming for attention. It's truly the epitome of like a fragrance, and I have recommended this to people all around. This is my heavy hitter when I go, and I don't mean heavy hitting as being too heavy, but I mean it's my go-to for fragrances when I like to wear in the fall of dressing up. Sorry, being dressed up. I said that all wrong. I like to wear this when I'm dressed up, is what I'm trying to say, guys. It is a good one for that. In that, you know, you put it on, you've got confidence, and at the same time, you know, you smell refined with it. It is one of the best upscale fragrances that I've got in my collection, and it does really well. Look at Jubilation. Number 2 on the list, one of my favorite fragrances, period, and that is Chambre Noire from the house of Olfactive Studios. Man, what a fantastic scent. We're talking about plum, we're talking about leather. You guys can kind of get the leather, you know, tone from this. It just does really well in the fall, and it does really well actually in most seasons, but the only reason why, you know, well, I wouldn't even say the only reason because it's at number 2 on my list, but I've been using the crap out of this one. And I had considered actually dropping it down on the list so I wouldn't use it, but I'm really enjoying it, so I may just end up buying another bottle of this one just because I'm running out really quick. And when I say compliments, I get a ton of compliments with this fragrance. It's not one to sleep on. Chambre Noire, check it out. And the number 1 niche fragrance, if you've watched previous videos, you might as well switch it off because you know what's coming. It's the fragrance that I can't pronounce. It's SDV, otherwise known as Spiritus Double Vanille, or I just butcher that. But anyways, SDV is, this is a fragrance that on first sniff, I smelled it, I said, I've got to buy that. And I bought it instantly. Between the time of me smelling this fragrance and buying it, elapsed maybe 5 minutes. And the reviewer, or the fellow reviewer slash, you know, good friend of mine, Lewis, who at the time, you know, he had, I forgot whether it was either Tonka Imperial or something like that he had at the Guerlain counter, and maybe he had a sample of this, or he had the bottle, I forget. But he, you know, has me smell it, and I'm like, wow. And I go over to the counter, and I instantly bought it, and I have not been disappointed since. This is a deep vanilla, it's a deep bourbon, it's boozy. It's just so, I close my eyes when I think of this fragrance and I just take it in. It lasts a long time. The one limiting factor though is you don't want to wear this one to work. You don't want to wear it to work. Just don't. It's strong, it's powerful. It's not really one for that, but it's my favorite fall fragrance from the niche side. Whew, yeah, Spiritus Double Vanille. Thank you guys for tuning in to my top 10 niche fragrances of fall of 2018. I hope you enjoyed this. Please let me know what your top 10 fragrances are from the niche side. List them down below, or let others know what some of your favorite fragrances are, period, to wear in the fall. All right? Thank you guys. Take care of yourselves, and you guys have a great day.